We write songs about movies, and this week we're joined by Jon Von Frankenstein, and we've written songs about the Exorcism of Emily Rose. Like, comment, subscribe, and shove 6 dudes into that bell icon. This is the Royds Review Podcast. Hello, and welcome to the Royds Review Podcast. I'm Rob.
And I'm Andy.
And we are back once again, joined once again by our good friend, the talented Jon Von Frankenstein. Hi, John. How are you?
Hello, everybody.
Uh-oh.
I thought it was spooky month. I was trying to do a good vampire.
You know what? It is. That is. I'm sorry. I screwed that one up. That's on me.
Boy, are my jorts pooped. Katober.
Boy, am I speaking several languages at once, Katober.
Wow. Boy, is it up in the air if I'm possessed or if I've got some sort of epileptic thing, Katober.
Boy, I definitely shouldn't have grabbed that barbed wire, Katober. Guys, how you doing?
I'm good, Robbie. How are you?
I'm doing well. I watched this movie called The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Turns out this was the first time I had seen this.
Wow, interesting.
I thought I had seen it, but it's another movie I saw with 6 dudes stuffed inside of a 19-year-old girl.
There it is. And there it is.
That's such a simple movie to title, too. The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Yeah, exactly. You really want to make a girl screaming and scrawlering.
Scrawlering? While she gets blorped?
Yeah, exactly. It's alliteration.
Robbie, within minutes, made 2 jokes where it's 6 dudes stuffed into a girl.
So impressive. That's why I love coming back to this show.
Yeah.
That's nothing compared to the heinous thing Andy texted me today. The Exorcism of Emily's toes from my mouth?
No, Robbie, that's what you texted me, you sick SOB. Rhymes.
Oh, that was good.
Yep.
What about you guys? Have you guys seen this before?
I saw this in theaters.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. And you know what? I was a young boy, and it scared the poop out of me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Now, not so much.
I remember it feeling way spookier when I was younger.
Yes.
Because it was like, it was right around the same time that I'd watched 30 Days of Night, previous episode, check it out. Where,
Excellent.
You know what I mean? It's like around that same sort of like couple of years where those were like the first scary movies that I was going to see in theaters, like with friends or like with my girlfriend at the time. And I remember the movie being much spookier, but I always liked it for the court side drama.
Same.
Sort of like the WNBA. But I hadn't watched. I've watched this movie a ton of times. Thankfully, no one threw any marital aids onto.
There we go.
Excellent.
I've watched this movie a ton of times, so this was like many of my visits on the Royds Review Podcast. I get to watch the movie with a little bit more of a critical eye, so I think I picked it apart a little bit more this time around. But it didn't stop my enjoyment of it. Every time I saw Laura Linney, I was like, "Oh, Ozark."
Yep.
That other thing she did, yeah. I think I held this movie at a high regard because it spooked me, and then upon second watch, I was like, not as good as I remember.
Have you not watched it since that first time in theaters?
I think I've seen it one other time. I think I showed Alexis because I was like, this movie spooked me, and we watched it. And I think even back then, I was like,
did she scream when she saw the lawyer from 13 Ghosts show up on screen?
She didn't. She didn't even mention that.
Oh my God! As soon as I saw him, I was like, Alexis.
Yeah. She's a fake fan.
13 Ghosts, previous episode. Check out the episode, not the movie. One of the worst movies we've ever done, brother.
It is a bad movie.
Music video editing, but I do love it.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed this.
Yeah, I like it too.
I did not expect it to be a full-on courtroom drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like that the girl who plays Emily Rose, what's her name?
Jennifer
Carpenter?
Carpenter, there you go.
Yeah. She is giving an incredible performance.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Rather stiff at times.
Very good. But, like, nobody talks about this movie.
I feel like this movie has gotten a super bad rap in the way that a movie like The Village gets a bad rap. The marketing was all like, this is going to be from the darkest chapter in the Conjuring universe.
Yeah,
like one of those
from the
types
Twisted
of...
Minds.
Yeah. From the guy who brought you Wag the Dog. But it was marketed as like a straight up horror movie, the scariest thing since The Exorcist. And then when people go see it and it's a courtroom movie, you're like, what the fuck am I watching? So I really liked it from the very first time I watched it because of that aspect of the movie. Whereas I'm sure that's why this movie has like a 43% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's not very high.
In the criminal justice system, hauntings and possessions are considered especially heinous.
Dun dun.
Yeah, like, that's the thing. I don't think anyone was expecting to go in there and watch Olivia Benson start walking in.
Ice-T comes in. So you're telling me she's possessed?
Yeah, right.
You know, I've seen other cases where there's 6 guys inside a young woman, but this is nuts.
That's 3 jokes.
Oh,
We've done it.
Sorry.
No, you're good. It's a rule of 3. We had to do it.
Oh, it's gonna be a rule of 300 by the end of this episode. Andy, you got one before we get into it?
I don't. I didn't prepare anything like that because
Quick,
I'm
fluff him.
going to heaven.
I assure you, you're not.
I hope you guys like eternal hellfire.
I like it hot. They say some like it hot, and I'm the some.
Yep.
The movie opens up. We're on a farm, and Emily Rose has already passed away. I was not expecting that to be the opening of the movie. I wasn't expecting a back and forthy. It was one of those back and forthy talkies. Okay. The medical examiner says that he can't say for certain if her death was natural, and they arrest Father Moore. The prosecution wants Ethan Thomas to take the case because he's a Catholic, and they're like, the media might find him unbiased because he goes to church.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I gotta say, if I were in the jury, I'd go with I'd be like, yeah, guilty. Like, this guy makes a really good case.
Yeah.
I don't know. Laura Linney's just like, but faith.
You know what's so funny? I'm the other way. I'm saying not guilty on this guy.
I mean, I don't think I think the verdict that happens eventually. You know, I know I'm jumping to the end of the movie, but the verdict that happens.
Andy wants to wrap this up quick.
Yeah, let's get to these songs. Oh, like the verdict, I think, is fair because this guy clearly didn't want to kill her. He didn't want her to die.
Right.
I think it's just, you know, a lot of.
But this is the same thing as a parent pulling any kid out of medical treatment and exploring this is the same as a parent going, I'm pulling my kid out of Western medicine and going to Eastern medicine. And then the kid dying, you're not going to arrest,
right?
You know, the Eastern medicine man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for me, this whole movie starts off on a flawed logic because it's the parents who should be arrested. The priest is a priest. He was brought in to do an exorcism.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't sit there and give medical advice. No one even testifies that.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's funny because I had a tough time watching it without that creeping in. This was the first time that I was like, oh, it's just religious psychosis on trial. And I was like, okay, so which we see a lot of this nowadays where people have to be reminded that we can watch a movie and we don't have to agree with the characters that are on screen and their choices to, except for Rob.
Yeah. That's why I love Inglourious Basterds so much.
Where like I was able to watch this, and because I had to remind myself a couple times, I was like, okay, so the story they're telling us, they want us to be on Laura Linney's side. They want us to think that the prosecutor's a jerk, when really if this was a real life trial, yeah, I'd be like, no, he's got a fucking point. Like, yeah, it's guilty. But through the movie is about creating doubt and just one having faith in something else, which like it's very different from how the real life case went. But that we'll get into that later.
I would have thrown the parents under the bus immediately.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
Oh, good.
That's what should happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watched it this time kind of going like, okay, right, I am not, this is not me agreeing with the Catholic Church, it's me watching a movie and one of the characters happens to be a Catholic priest.
Right.
Yeah. You know?
The church wants to hire Laura Linney because she got a murderer off. We'll find out later it's a blue state. Father Moore gets charged with negligent homicide, and there's a lot of talk about her moving forward in her career. This doesn't really come back until like the very end of the movie. Briefly, she talks about it with Moore when she's like, yeah, this will move me up my career. And then at the end, she's like, I don't want it.
Well, yeah, this is like characterizing her. She's used to representing people who are guilty and not necessarily good people, and she doesn't really care. She just wants to move up. But by the end of the movie, she cares. Like, she cares deeply for the priest. Yeah. And she's like, actually, I don't care about the other thing. I care about representing good people for good reasons. So
I don't care about her career progression. It's not an aspect of this movie. It's barely a thing.
Well, it's characterization, Robbie. It's so
her
we can get to
career
know
progression
her.
isn't.
Well, they even say at one point, she's like, I'm fighting my demons too. That also never comes back. But what demons are you fighting, Laura?
She's an alcoholic. She's using alcohol to numb herself.
That's every
to the fact
lawyer. That's what lawyers do.
Yes, but again, in the context of this movie, we're shown that she's heavily using alcohol in order to numb herself to the feeling of like, oh, right, I just got a guy off that went and now killed 2 more people. So like that part, it's just, it's good character building. It's good. It's giving us a good arc where it's like, she's just a scumbag lawyer at the beginning, and at the end, she's still a bit of a scumbag.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
but she's still a lawyer at last.
Lenny meets with Father Moore in his cell, and he wants to testify so he could tell Emily's story, and the church is like, nah, because it'll embarrass the church. I don't see how the church isn't embarrassed already. Like, this is right around the time all those priests were doing that stuff to those kids. You got much bigger issues, unless this is... When does the actual story take place? Because they never tell us.
The 70s, I believe. Like,
so it's still being covered up. The church's crimes.
Wait, is there a time, or was there a time where priests weren't doing disturbing things to children?
Yeah, I'm sure. Lenny meets with the Rose family. They are devout Christians, and this cat just starts hissing at her. And apparently, this family has 11 cats because Emily just kept bringing cats home until she went to university. You know what? She does have psychosis. I stand corrected.
Yep. Yep.
Also, this family at some point has to be like, we know you like the cats. Stop bringing them home.
Yeah. I mean, they don't touch on the family very much, but that's a weird little group of people, huh?
That's why the whole thing is like,
it's like
keep an eye on them.
You know?
This whole movie, I feel like dances around the family, almost to be like, they're still alive and we don't want to get sued. Because they are treated like a bunch of freaking weirdos, but no one straight out calls them out for being weirdos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think also, like, it could be, maybe she was possessed by a demon, but also maybe, like, this weird little farm girl went to the big city for college and just snapped, was like, this is overwhelming,
Right, it was more so, to show, like, how protected and how, isolated the family was. Where, like, she's jumping up and down on the bed with her sister when she gets the notice that she's going to be going to college, and she tries to make it a point to reassure her mother that's like, it's a scholarship. That means you guys don't have to worry about this. This means I can get out of here. And
it's a full ride, Mama.
Yeah. Which I think it's important to show that, like, yeah, they were weirdos, but again, the movie isn't so much going after the parents. Because, yes, the parents were at major fault in the actual case. In the movie, though, they were kind of just, like, victims of being super, super devout and entrusting this whole entire process to their parish priest.
Yeah, and they also, to me, they seem like they're, like, dullards, like, they're not very bright, and, like, they're not part of the narrative, really. They're, like, pushed to the side. It's more about the priest and Emily and the lawyer. So it's like, they kind of push that aside, because if they brought it to the forefront, like you said,
they'd
Rob,
get
like,
sued.
Some stuff would fall apart in the movie. It would be like, wait, but what about them? It's a whole, it's a third party that doesn't.
Well, that's why,
because it's about medicine versus religion, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why this just leads that anti-Christian sentiment the media likes to push nowadays.
Yeah.
Prosecutor Thomas offers Father Moore a plea deal, knock down the charge to reckless endangerment. Lenny says no deal, they're gonna go to trial.
Dude, that's an incredible deal.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you take that?
Basically an
Because I have to tell her story. Dude,
I still, this whole movie was thinking he was gonna get found not guilty. Because I'm telling you, if I was a priest, I'm also going to trial.
Okay.
But again, it's not to tell her story. It's to be like, I was just asked to do an exorcism. I don't know why I'm at fault here.
Yeah.
Exercise this.
That's like going to a restaurant and arresting the waiter because someone choked on the food.
Right. Yeah.
That night, Lenny's asleep and her watch stops at 3 a.m. And in the court, the prosecutor Thomas gives his opening statement. Basically, Father Moore is at fault for Emily's death because she was sick and he took her off the medication. But does he ever say, yeah, I took her, or the family did it?
He suggested to the family that they
because she had gone to him, right? She had gone to him and said, like, I want to come off of what is it, Gambutrol?
Yeah.
He said it like 90 times in this movie.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things where it's like, oh, right, it's a movie. They don't, it's not until the very, very end where he's like, hey, actually, she asked me, she was on it throughout the exorcism. She was trying to get off of it. So if it was a cumulative effect, she was still within the cycle of, like, taking this medication. It was probably still in her system right before she died,
Yeah.
and she had just come to me saying, like, hey, I don't think the medication's helping.
Yeah, we get that crackpot at one point being like, yeah, the medicine's the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, who? The doctor with the great voice?
Yeah.
Oh, she's the fucking... I remember the first time seeing this, I was like, who is this?
Yeah.
And can I have her read me the phone book? I love that she was just like, all of the spirits come to the other realm. They come through the veil. And her hand motions and everything. Yep. I was like, is the medication dulls the effects of the spiritual awakening. But yeah, I thought that she was going to take a more, like, scientific, where it's like, here's the crazy side of it, but there is also the science to it as well.
Yeah.
Which I guess that's why they were hoping that the doctor was actually going to testify.
Yeah. Oh, please let the guy who's not a total nut job testify.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like it's cool to bring in both perspectives. It's just like one is clearly, like, backed by research. And the other's like, all right, go.
Grandma, let's get you to bed.
Yeah. It sounds like that works for you.
Yeah. I think what's great in this opening statement by the prosecutor is he tells the jury that he's there to represent a victim who can't speak for themselves. And that's exactly what the priest is trying to do. He's like, he stole my act! That was my whole plan! Lenny holds off on the defense's opening statement. It's time for her to present the defense. And then Edith Vogel takes the stand, and she apparently has known the Rose family since they were young or whatever. What kind of footloose household was this? She's like, her mother did not like dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you see when they're jumping on the bed and the mom comes in.
No dancing!
They stiffen up and they're like, Mother, oh, I'm so sorry. They got a whole weird thing going.
You know the lesson with that evil man, Kevin Bacon?
The 6 degrees were all 6 names.
Yeah, exactly. Are these all Kevin Bacon characters? Vogel testifies that Mrs. Rose had Vogel call Emily on a payphone at campus, and she was totally hysterical. And then we get a creepy flashback, and this is just your typical creepy fare. A door keeps opening and closing, and then some pens and pencils moving around. Emily starts having convulsions, and this girl just wants to dance! That's all, baby! That's all it is! There ain't no demons! She wants to just move!
Yeah. I liked how, it looks... I like
Shut the fuck up, Rob!
I like how it looks like there's, like, an invisible thing, like, pressing her against the bed, and, like, it's...
The urge to dance!
That's what it is. The urge to dance enters her body.
Yeah!
And it's cool that you see it.
Yeah.
And, she, like... It's pretty, like, at the time when I saw it, it was terrifying. But, like, to live that would be horrifying.
Right.
And that's pretty cool. I think Jennifer Carpenter is doing a really good job just being a big spook fest, you know?
Her physical performance through the whole movie is insane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like in that scene, she gets possessed by Dick Van Dyke and she starts tap dancing.
Got a whole dancing thing going
Kelly.
on. I mean, got a whole dancing thing. All of his notes.
I was really focused on that line of her being like, the mod doesn't like dancing, and then we just like, no, we don't gloss over that. She's a psycho.
They're just lost to time. These people, you know.
Yeah.
The movie ends with Frank Zappa's dancing fool.
But yeah, Jennifer Carpenter is like I know that like some of the stuff was probably wire work, like when she's bending over in the chapel, like bending backwards.
Yeah.
But all the scenes of like her waking up on the floor, all
she's all contorted. Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Between that and her voice throughout the whole movie is nuts.
The vocal performance is
insane.
Crazy. Yeah, and we'll get to it, but there's a couple of moments where it's like the boyfriend, great man, stuck around. I would have been out.
Wow, that's really nice,
out, brother.
The power of a woman putting her hand on your thigh.
Oh!
He probably also came from a household where they didn't like to dance.
Maybe.
Yeah. A neurologist testifies that he believed Emily had epilepsy, which caused hallucinations. He prescribed her Gambutrol, and she stopped taking it, believing the condition was spiritual. Then Father Moore and Linny have another discussion where Father Moore tells her demons exist whether you believe them or not, and that she's got to be careful because there are demons surrounding the case.
Yeah, and she's like, okay, Grandpa.
Yeah, all right. I think everyone's a crackpot.
Yeah. I think everybody's a crock pot.
Ooh, I'm going to make some chili. Flashback to the university hospital. Emily starts writhing on the floor because she's afraid of lightning.
That's why.
Yeah. She's like, ah! I gotta get out of here! That's what it is. She just wants to dance and she's scared of lightning.
It was actually just interpretive dance.
Yeah,
that's what
exactly,
it was.
Exactly.
She went to some slam poetry one night in the city and saw interpretive dance, and the mother was like, "She's possessed, guys."
Yeah.
I don't know how to
She's
tell you
lost
that.
to the demons.
Yeah.
There's a vision of a wolf man in the window. And then when Emily's in class, a guy's mascara runs really bad. I mean,
Real
all
bad.
down his face.
Yeah.
He is crying at whatever they're watching. You know what they're doing? They're watching The Miracle of Life, and he went, "This is my birth."
That's me. This is so embarrassing.
Oh, God, it's so hairy. It's like I'm coming out of a jungle. Emily runs through the rain, seeing scary faces. She goes to a church and collapses. She asks this guy, what's the guy's name? Jason, right?
Jason, yeah.
To stay with her. Dude walks in, and Emily just starts doing the rock away. Fucking lean back.
Yeah, she bends back like very far, and then like he's like, "Emily," and she goes, "Don't touch me." Right there, I'm like, "Okay, I'm out." See ya.
I assure you, I wasn't going to.
I will never, and you will never see me again. You're terrifying.
I also love when Jason's walking in. The two dudes, the two people who Emily just screamed at are like, "We are getting out of here."
Yeah.
That's such a good scene. Like
Yeah.
her going up to the altar and her eyes turning black was fucking awesome. And then like, I also like the thing that the movie does where I think it's like right after this, like on the stand, they're like, well, this is what was actually going on. It was actually like effects of epilepsy and all this stuff, and they show us the same scene but from an outsider's point of view, which is fucking great because it again takes on that sort of courtroom vibe. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, you heard the defense's version of it, here's the prosecution's version, and then like it leaves it up to you to decide how you want to actually see it, how you want to believe things actually went down, which is so interesting. Before seeing this, I'd never seen a movie be that ambiguous about stuff. I read a lot of reviews on Rotten Tomatoes when I saw how low the score was, that people were like mad that the movie's like sitting on the fence, you know, and doesn't choose one way or the other. And that's where I was like, right, the movie's not trying to make you choose one way or the other, it's just telling you the story.
I think the way that it ends and what happens to the doctor and what's happening to the Laura Linney, like she's getting haunted, like the priest says. So this is, I think it is definitively telling you that this was demons.
Right.
I think it's less ambiguous than the critics you're talking about are saying.
Yeah. It's just like regular people, like
Toe
Sniffer 9000 on Rotten Tomatoes.
But yeah, he's like 0 out of 10, no feet, didn't see any feet. But like,
just watch Tarantino, dude.
Yeah, man, come on. But like, I think it does heavily lean into the whole Christianity thing. But
yeah,
I don't think it's. I like how it walks a line. I like how it shows both sides, but it obviously, I think just to make this a more interesting movie, you have to kind of lean one way.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I
and
like
it's
what
back
they're doing
because she's doing the rock away.
Excellent, Robbie. I also like that because Emily's dead, you never get anything from her. It's just everybody talking about her.
Besides
the
letter,
you
never get anything.
The letter is the only
her.
thing.
Yeah,
and even that, like maybe the priest just like wrote that, you know.
In a last-ditch effort, he's sitting there in prison,
just like I gotta tell the
handsome Father Moore.
Yeah,
please tell my story, you chiseled silver fox.
But
are you sure she wrote this? Yes, she did. Yes,
That's
by her own hand.
Yeah.
The dude, Van Hopper, this is the guy that Linney got off, has struck again in another win for the Democrats. And that night, some creepy stuff goes down at Linney's house. She drops a glass on her bare foot. I'm surprised she didn't immediately start bleeding.
Yeah. Well,
she didn't even notice it. She didn't even acknowledge it.
Okay.
She was so creeped out by whatever it was she heard in the hallway.
I gotta be honest, I did not love her being haunted by demons.
Mm-hmm.
I think it takes away. Like, I like what you were saying. I wish it were more ambiguous.
Yeah.
But like when the father's like, there's a dark presence around this trial. Like, that's funny to me. A trial is being haunted?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. And then it is, and it's like, come on. I don't, and it's not even that spooky. It kind of, for me, it kind of destroyed the pacing because I'm into the court scenes and all that, and them going through the exorcism, and then it's like Laura leading, a door opened. Oh my God.
Which one really took me out? When they set up that whole fucking shot, it was like, I thought she was, again, it's been a while since I watched this, but I thought that she was working some other sort of fucking angle when she was like, I found this locket in the snow, and I was like, when the fuck was it snowing? You just found what? There hasn't been any snow in this entire movie, but you walked outside today. There was 5 inches of snow outside your door, and you just happen to spot a locket. You're not snowblind from all this fresh, untouched snow that's out there. But yeah, that takes away from it. After watching it in theaters, though, when I was a kid, I was like, oh, okay, so anytime I wake up at 3 a.m., it's a fucking demon haunting me.
Yeah, same.
That's the only explanation.
It is, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That, also, or I live in a slum, and there's just bad electricity, and it keeps happening.
Oh no, the demon's making me go for my hug!
Robbie! Well, the other thing is, what bothered me is, like, if I was awoken by a strange presence at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I feel as though there's somebody in my house, which is clearly what's happening. She's not turning on any lights, and that bothered me.
Yeah.
If I were in this
situation, she thinks it's a demon. Demons don't need lights, Andy.
Still, I'd be like, I gotta see what's going on here.
Yeah.
Come on.
You could tell this wasn't in New York. She wasn't like, hey, who the f*** is in my house?
Yeah.
I'm sleeping here.
I'm sleeping.
Come back tomorrow. I got caught in the morning. Leave me alone.
Come back tomorrow.
Father Moore senses something evil in the prison and says a prayer. Linny shows up late to court the next day. You don't want a woman lawyer. In court, they're all just gonna make excuses. Sorry, I was possessed last night. Yeah, you're on your period. Okay.
Robbie!
What?
I'd just like to express that Robbie's opinions are not the opinions of the Royds. This is also my penis.
Very nice, Andy. Very nice. In court, a doctor testifies that Emily was malnourished. The doctor also testifies that Emily had psychotic epileptic disorder, which then Lenny's like, did you just make that up?
Yeah.
And it basically is like, yeah, you got me.
That is pretty much what happens. Yeah, I like your summation of that. You just make that up. He's like, yeah,
pretty much. And then that never comes back. No one's like, hey, you just testified to made up nonsense in court. That's called perjury.
That's true. That's a huge hole in their case.
Yeah.
That's why it never comes back. He's like, I ain't going. Everybody forgot, so I'm not gonna bring it up again.
Yeah, it happened right before they started talking about all the demons, so everyone just forgot about it.
Yeah.
I would love to see them do a reboot of the movie now, and it's just like an influencer that they have up there on the stand. She totally had epileptic psychosis, and if you want to hear more about that, click the link in bio to comment masterclass down below.
Link in bio. I'm gonna master something.
Rami.
Linny does some research into exorcism and finds information about exorcisms from third world countries, and the dude she's with immediately calls them savages. He's like, oh, you mean those places with the savages? It's like, all right, dude.
Relax, man.
I don't know if that was necessary, but okay. No. She finally realizes that if you're gonna validate a demonic possession, you have to go all the way. If you're defending crazy, you gotta become the crazy.
That's what she does. Yeah. The boyfriend, you said Jason?
Yeah.
There's a point where he wakes up.
Voorhees.
That's him. It's a crossover.
That's the one.
He wakes up and Emily's just contorted in a ball.
And I remember the movie theater dying of laughter.
And she goes, ah! Like, right, if I stuck around until that, now I'm out. Now I'm out for real. You can't roar at me, and I'm sticking around. I'm not sticking around if you're gonna roar.
Mr. Rose then testifies that they brought Emily home from school, and then things got worse. Yeah, we opted to bring her home from school, and then she died. Arrest the priest! We get this flashback where Emily's like eating a bug. She makes the same face I would also make if I got caught eating a bug. It's just like, Emily! She's like, oh no!
What's in your mouth? What's in your mouth? Give me. What's in your mouth?
The next frontier in protein!
So, like, the acting of Jennifer Carpenter.
Yeah.
Right?
Karen Carpenter, yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah. All three. Anyway, the way she acts it is like if you look at this out of context, it looks kind of funny. Just like John, like what you were saying, like in the theater, it's people laughing when she's
everybody was laughing so hard,
because it's kind of funny, but like she commits so hard that it's like it's impressive. It's just like things can be two things. It can be funny and horrific.
One thing can be two things.
Yeah.
No, 100%. Yeah, out of context, if you just clipped that and threw that on TikTok today, people would be like, "What the fuck? What is this movie?" Oops, I'm sorry. What is this movie? But yeah, in the context of the movie, you're right. It was her commitment to it. Where like the scream that she lets out, I need her vocal warm-up technique. Like I need to be able to scream like that.
It's incredible.
There had to be some sort of vocal modulation done.
I'm sure that they threw some sort of ADR on there. They probably had somebody else doubling her, but for the most part, it seems like that was something that they captured like on set. You know what I mean? For the most part.
And then imagine like you're not doing just one take, so like she all day.
Come to find, she's like a huge Cannibal Corpse fan. It's like, I was just practicing in my car.
Emily speaks in another language to Father Moore. I'm gonna be honest, it just sounds like Huttese. Mele mele Han Solo. Mele colo no no.
Rob, that was Spanish.
Oh no.
Well, I have a note, and I don't know if it's worth reading, but it's eating bugs, speaking Latin at the priest. Girl, you possess.
Yeah, very good. Summing it up pretty easly.
Girl, you crazy.
That's the thing. If Andy would have testified, Father Moore would have gotten off.
Yeah, that's all somebody had to say.
Would not have been the first time Andy got a priest off.
You know me, Robbie.
The prosecutor questions Mr. Rose, and they establish that there has been a history of mental disorder in the family because Mr. Rose's aunt was in a psych hospital. But at this point, a man who had an aunt in a psych hospital meant she just said no to children. So, I don't know.
Well, also, you got to think about the question, like, is it a carpenter ant? Is it a fire ant?
Very good.
You know, these are questions that nobody's asking. And I think that that's an issue in this movie.
Yeah. Well, again, everyone forgets to ask that because right after that, we get the anthropology professor who was like, yeah, she was probably...
Anthropology?
Yep. Very good. Yep. She's like, Emily was hypersensitive to possession. And the prosecutor's like, I object. On the what basis? Yeah. Silliness, Your Honor?
Yeah. I like the judge in this. I think she's very fair. She's like, this is all bananas. Let's hear it all out.
Yeah.
She's like, if we're gonna listen to this, we have to listen to all of it. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. We've already rung that bell. We can't take it back now.
Yeah.
I'd be like, actually, guys, let's do it for real this time.
All right, let's cut out all the mumbo jumbo and focus just on the science.
The jumbo.
Yeah,
She's
the
dead.
Jumbo.
Let's focus on the gumbo.
All mumbo, no jumbo. Need that on a shirt. I do love. See the prosecutor like getting up and being like, "What are we really gonna do this?" Is so good. If he was like a real life prosecutor, I'm like, I also liked the discussion of like, hey, what are the optics on this? Which is the funniest thing to me, that they were like, what's gonna look the best? And it's like, yeah, just throw, Christian Christopher over there into the trial, and surely this won't look so bad, because that was like the point that they were, or like the angle that they were coming at it from was like, let's get a man of faith versus man of faith, the full-on Christian fight. And but every point, every rebuttal that he has for the defense is great. That's where it's like, this movie does a really good job of trying to make you see both sides.
Yeah, I agree. I'm egregious.
Well, this crackpot testifies that Gambrutrol was the reason the exorcism didn't work, and I was actually convinced for a second that this lady was going to be a demon. I was like, oh, she's the demon.
So someone with an accent has to be a demon.
Yeah. I figured, you know what? It's the mid-2000s. She's the only non-white person in the movie. Yeah, she's the demon. Okay.
Yeah, in Connecticut. Suspicious.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. We then learned that a medical doctor, Dr. Cartwright, was present at the exorcism. We also then find out he wasn't even a medical doctor. He's like a psychiatrist. So get out of here calling yourself a medical doctor. But Father Moore held the information back. And then we meet Dr. Cartwright, and the first thing he does is tell Laura Linney, "You're a lot prettier in person."
Yeah, that was unnecessary and weird.
He's the one that left the bad review on the movie. 2 stars, no toes from Laura Linney.
No toes. Didn't see no toes.
And she's just like, okay, ignoring that, I guess.
Yeah, she's like, hey, you trying to get on the stand? Like, that'll help us out. Can you not comment on my body?
Yeah. I missed on this watching. Why didn't he want to testify? Or why did Father Moore not want to bring him up?
Because the doctor asked Father Moore not to involve him. And then he voluntarily, he saw that you guys, he even says, you guys are losing. You need me, so I'm going to jump in. But then turns out, he's possessed. Right? Or they heavily imply that he's possessed.
Oh, right. Yeah, he like looks over Laura Linney's.
Yeah.
Aaron Bruckner? Beekner?
Brockovich.
Brockovich.
We did it, Robbie. We did it.
I forgot that one shot where he like looks over her shoulder and he's like, oh.
He's looking up at the trees, and like, you know how like Emily saw figures. Like, I think that's what he's seeing.
Yeah,
and, like, okay, is the demon contagious? What's going on here?
Oh, I caught a case of the demon.
Yeah, I can't come into work. I'm possessed.
Everybody gets that in college.
Yeah, exactly. Cartwright tells Linney that Emily was not schizophrenic or anything, but he was super scared of what he saw that night. She was totally lucid outside of possession, which means it wasn't psychosis. And then Cartwright just gives Linney these recordings that Moore sent him before he was arrested. So I guess Moore didn't want this evidence getting out until now?
Yeah, it seems crucial to your case, brother.
Yeah, that's why I was like, why didn't he bring him up? But I guess because he mentions that he's on the tape. So if he had explicitly said like, hey, no matter what happens, don't bring me into this, he was probably like, all right, for safekeeping, here's my whole entire tape recorder, not even just the tape.
Yeah. She gets the tape and then she goes to sleep, and at 3 a.m. she wakes up to the tape playing and it's Emily Rose screaming. And I gotta tell you, if I woke up in the middle of the night to screaming like that, piss.
If
that's what
you're
having
lucky.
Children is like.
Father Moore takes the stand and he tells the story of him getting a demon scare the night before the exorcism because he saw a big scary figure in the rain. They play the tape from the exorcism. Title drop! Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's a flashback to the exorcism, and after they say we won't be dealing with Emily tonight, she does this great laugh. Love that.
Well, so, like, before they even do the exorcism, he's on the stand and he talks about how, like, the night before the exorcism or something, he had, like, a spooky night.
Yeah.
And, question. Why does the priest have a fire extinguisher mounted on his wall? Is this his home or the church?
Could be his home. Maybe he lives in the church.
Yeah.
Do you mount a fire extinguisher in your home?
Yeah, I have a fire extinguisher.
You mounted it on the wall?
You could if you don't want to put it on the floor.
It might be. What
cabinet.
is the what do they call the place where they house the priests when they like live on property?
I think that's
chapel.
the
Rector?
Stanglydorf.
You say rectum?
The Schlegelspoots.
Squeedly Spooch,
The rectory.
yeah.
No?
The rectory.
Directory?
Yeah.
The directory is in the back of a
Yes.
book.
The rector.
Oh, the Andy Richter, yeah.
Andy Rector, yeah, there.
Yeah, Andy Richter controls the universe. I remember that show.
Yeah, brief but funny. Yeah.
Emily's visceral scream of the word evil is sick.
It's very Mermaid Man of her.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, that's who's possessed there. Oh no, the dirty bubble.
Yeah. Every villain is Lemons. But, I gotta tell you, the exorcism is hands down the best scene in this movie.
Oh yeah,
Far and away.
It's the main event.
Good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Andy, this might surprise you, but you know what the movie's called?
What is it called, Robbie? What are you
The
gonna hit me with now?
Exorcism
What are you gonna
of
hit me with
Emily
now?
Rose.
Okay, fat chance, Robbie.
Yeah.
Fat chance.
And this cat is also
Coco.
this cat is also possessed because the cat attacks Father Moore, and then Emily's like, "I'm out," and just jumps out the window.
She gives one of these, like her eyes are black, and she's like, she jumps out.
She's just making faces.
Yeah. Oh my
Again,
God.
funny, but at the same, like, if you were there, that's not funny at all. But
Yeah.
from afar, it's like, that's funny.
Yeah.
If I'm in the room, pee in the pants, brother.
Emily keeps counting to 6 because there are 6 demons stuffed inside of her. When she says Lucifer, the horse whinnies like we're watching Young Frankenstein.
Dude, I like how when she says, "And I am Lucifer, the devil in the flesh," and then lightning strikes, and that one horse. First off, the transition, because her eyes are black and they're glowing.
Yeah.
Like, and then the lightning lights it up again, and then the transition is like the horse's eye, and it's like, because she's an animal now, you know, and that was cool. But that horse, right after she says she's Lucifer, is like, "I'm out." All the horses leave. Like, that chick just said she's the devil. I'm out, dude. I'm not hanging around.
This movie made me so insufferable in high school. You have to understand that I was like one of those jackass, like, "Oh yeah, the devil," like teenagers in high school. So whenever she was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and then it's like that whole scene, "Oh, the one that was in Judas," and then all that, dude, I was like, one day I'm gonna write a metal song and it's gonna have that in there. It was like, oh my God,
brother, now's your opportunity.
Oh, just wait until you hear it. I'm sorry, but it was like, it was such a good performance. Where we're doing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 count leading up to that, like when she's in the bedroom, then she gets into the barn, and the whole cut, like the choppiness between her naming all the different demons and also her just yelling names, that when it got to that part, that's when I was like, oh, that's right, this was the greatest scene in the movie, just off of how good her scream is. You know, and just like her entire physical performance. Yeah, that shot before the lightning where her eyes are, you get that little bit of the glint of like it glowing, is so awesome. It just
very good.
Every time I mention this movie, I was like, dude, this movie will make you think the devil's real, dude. Like, it's so cool. You gotta watch this movie, man. Like, screw the church, man.
Yeah.
that was me in high school. Yeah, you guys like Limp Bizkit, man?
Yeah.
So, Father, you are testifying that Emily was a screamer.
Robbie. But yeah, they show that she's saying
Blee, blue, blah, blue, blah, blah, blee.
She's speaking in several different languages, and each one overlaps. So she's saying two things at the same time at some points.
Mm-hmm.
And the lawyer says, "Oh, you could do that if you train your vocals. You can't. You can't do that. Actually, you can only hold one pitch while you do regular talking. You can't do two different pitch. You can't do that. You can't. That's impossible. Impossible."
You know what's funny? I was gonna ask, is that true? Do humans have two sets of vocal cords?
We do, but people have trained themselves to, like, you know how like Indian music has like a drone of like so like a C will be playing, but then you play other notes over the C.
Yeah.
So like you could do that with your vocals if you train yourself.
It's not necessarily
Wait
the
till
vocal
you hear my
cords, though.
song.
It's the overtones that you're hitting. So like you can sing, and then by the way that you're manipulating your mouth or your throat or whatever is gonna hit different overtones as you're singing, which is what he's talking about. That's the Tibetan throat singers. That's what they do.
Right.
It's and then they manipulate the embouchure of their mouth or whatever, and then that's how they're hitting different overtones. It doesn't explain two different words.
Right.
And two different languages being spoken at the same time.
So, Father, you are testifying under penalty of perjury that Emily was a throat goat.
And he's like, "No, you said that. I didn't say anything like that."
Well, let's look at the evidence. She's trained to throat, and she is the devil, which is a goat.
Father,
all I'm
you
saying
made it
is,
dirty.
Jason was a happy man.
That's why we're sticking around.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like it's like I'm the one who dwelt in Cain, then I dwelt in Nero, I dwelt in Judas, and then I was with Legion, and then one of them just says, I'm Belial.
Yeah.
Belial. Yeah, I was in anyone.
Well, don't you remember previous episode basket case, Belial?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Dude, you were just in a wicker basket.
Yeah.
How'd you get to this movie?
You're just a little freaking weirdo.
Dr. Cartwright doesn't show up for Skort because he's scared.
Skort.
I'm wearing a skort.
I'm sorry.
Dr. Cartwright doesn't show up for court because he's scared. When he gets confronted by Linny, he doesn't watch where he's walking and gets hit by a car. All right, got what he deserves.
So, like, you see his eyes are black, too.
Yeah.
So, I thought that was, I think, while the exorcism in the barn, best scene in the movie, Dr. Cartwright's death, worst scene in the movie. He's just like, I can't help it. I'm sorry. And then he just walks and gets hit by a car. The cut is like, the editing is trash. It's just like, there was a car there? Okay. And he's dead? All right.
The car was going at 6 miles per hour in what looked like a small parking lot.
Yeah,
it wasn't
a loading
even,
bay.
They were like in the back of a warehouse. You would see any car.
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
Give me an 18-wheeler backing up, running over, and each wheel hitting him, and then at the very end, I want to see his head pop. Like, I want to see his eyes bursting from their sockets, his tongue flies out, maybe some teeth as your mouth, crushes his teeth. Let's make it really gruesome.
I don't know that Scott Derrickson has it in him, but if Sam Raimi directed this, then he might have.
Yeah.
The Evil Dead Exorcism of Emily Rose.
I figured if you're gonna kill him, have him like die in a weird way, like where he falls on like a pike or something, like like, I don't know. It's weird to just have a car come and smash dead.
Yeah. Every possession movie has some gruesome death of like either the priest or someone else that's involved in the case. I think it was The Omen where the guy gets one reporter gets his head chopped off.
Yes.
By the truck backing up with the glass, the sheets of glass.
That's Final Destination.
The Last Omen. Yeah. The
That's
Last
also
Omen,
true.
I think. I think it was like a rod comes flying down or something, just chisels out the back of the dude's skull.
Yeah.
So like you always have something like that. So to have him just die because of a student driver was awful.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
Father Moore says, to make it all worth it, I have to testify again.
Yeah, and she's like, well, my boss just told me.
He's like, okay, well, you won't stop being possessed unless I take the stand. Seems like you're doing this, Father Moore.
Yeah. Where were you last night? Were you in my apartment?
Do
spooking me?
demons deal in quid pro quo?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Father Moore tells Linny that the attacks will keep going, and then he gives her something to read. And then when he retakes the stand, he reads the letter from Emily. And after the exorcism, Emily spoke to the Virgin Mary, who gave her a choice. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't quite clear on what the choice was. She's like, you can die or suffer. And she's like, neither? Because she dies anyway?
Well, it's you could die now and come with me and like be in the kingdom of heaven, or you can suffer in the demon and you'll die like a slow, painful death because demons won't let you eat.
Yeah.
But she winds up dying like a day later anyway.
Yeah, she chose, according to the letter, she chose to suffer so that people would be like, Christianity's real.
But again, she suffered for like a
proving
day.
that the devil was real.
Right. And okay.
Well, I think it was less like, oh, you'll continue suffering, and more like you can either come with me and you'll die a peaceful death, or just this is your last day. So you can go out now peacefully, don't even have to feel it, or suffer the effects of starvation, and then be allowed to become this sort of martyr to bring more people to the church.
The Virgin Mary had leather jacket and sunglasses on and said, "Come with me if you want to die."
Well,
but she was bad in the first movie.
Yeah.
It was a surprise that she showed up, and the Virgin Mary's just like, "Get down!"
It was insane.
But does this mean? I guess this is a question. Does this mean she's in hell? Because like that's when a demon kills you, doesn't he like drag you to hell? Right? Isn't that the whole thing?
Different movie, Andy.
Yeah. Again, Sam Raimi directing.
Yeah, that's true.
That would have been the case. I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily like. I think the demons just. I mean, maybe.
Well, that's the thing, because like, what's the point of being like, well, you could die now and come with me, or you could die then and come with me anyway? That's weird. Like, wouldn't it be like, hey, you could die now and come with me, but if the demons take you, you're going to hell?
Yeah.
Because like, isn't that, and also like,
which was why he fought so hard to tell her story. It's like, am I freeing her soul from the hold of these demons by allowing her to tell her story? So now she's enlightened everyone to the existence of the devil and is now able to ascend.
Yes, that clarifies that. That makes sense. I like that. Also, another question I had was, all these demons that are in her, like, possessed famous, like, biblical figures.
That's how it always works. Gotta be names like, the people know.
Right, but then it's like, and now we're coming for you, farm girl. Why?
She
what do you get out of this?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Like I said that to Alexis, and Alexis was like, maybe because she was such a devout Christian.
Yeah.
That they wanted to make a mockery of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, all right. You think like the Book of Revelations, it would be like a powerful person, right?
Yeah.
That you'd possess.
Yeah.
But now they just picked like farm girl. I don't know.
It ties into the real case. I think it was they were looking for someone who was super, super devout so that you have people rally behind her, right? If it was just like a regular celebrity or something like that, I was like, what the hell? What do you mean that Gary Busey just kicked it because he was possessed by a demon? And that's why he touched all those people. you wouldn't feel quite as much sympathy as you do when it's like this really innocent girl who, you know, got a scholarship to a college because she wanted to be a teacher her whole entire life, and she finally makes it into the big city, learns that she has to work 9 to 5, then gets possessed by the demons because she danced. So it's, yeah, you're picking someone who's going to give you the biggest exposure, I guess.
Okay.
Emily apparently had wounds on her hand and feet. She also had a stigmata in her eye.
Very good.
She couldn't see properly.
You mean a sty?
I mean astigmatism, Andy.
Oh, I'm a fool. I have astigmatism. That's why I wear these here goggles.
Uh-oh. But no, they say it's like stigmata, injuries, or something. I don't know. I don't care enough.
Christ-like injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah, that appear from nothing. But then I like the lawyer's just like, there was also a barbed wire fence around the house. She probably just squeezed that.
Yeah. Well, Emily squeezed it. That's with her hands. Don't question the feet injuries. Like, I don't know.
Also, I said that. I was like, well, then how'd she get the feet?
Like, how? Like, yeah, because she would have had injuries on the tops of her feet, so it wouldn't be that she stepped on the barbed wire.
And she'd have to like kick it.
No, she was doing like an Ultimate Warrior and like stepping on the barbed wire.
Oh no!
And shaking it around. When Father Moore was like, "Oh yeah, we did see signs of stigmata," I wanted him to be like, "We did see signs of stigmata," 1998 starring.
We did have that on DVD.
Both attorneys give their closing arguments, and after all the paranormal mumbo jumbo, Laura Linney's like, so remember, this case is about beyond a reasonable doubt. Let's get some law jargon in here. It's like, you're out on this one, Laura Linney. You've spent this whole time talking about possessions, and now you're talking about beyond a reasonable doubt. Oof.
That's the only move that she had.
Yeah.
Was to be like, if you find yourself doubting at all, that means that they have not proved their case, which is a genius strategy.
She's a good lawyer.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of movie magic. Crazy. It's sort of like a dais in courtroom.
If you convict Father Moore, you'll be next.
Whoever votes guilty is gay.
Yeah. Again, if I were on this jury, I'd be like, no, he's guilty. I'm on the guy's side. He made way more sense. This lady's just like, faith though. But what about
it's not
faith?
A matter of making sense. Like, I don't know. I can't find the priest guilty in this. I don't think
because her point. You can see it the way that she's explaining it, where it's like, no, there's some reasonable doubt, and also it's not necessarily his fault.
Well, that's the thing. I go into it looking at it going, the priest isn't as fault as all. This is a flawed argument in general. So
they would not have picked you for that jury.
Yeah, no matter what this guy is saying, like, no, the priest is not guilty. The parents should be charged.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I think the jury's pretty cool because they say, okay, guilty, but also we also want you to do just time served, so he's good. He's guilty, but he's good to go.
Yeah. Linney gets offered a full partnership at the firm, but she's an idiot, so she turns it down.
Nah.
Oh no, I have to make money.
If she had gone, you want to make me full partner?
Nah. He's like, all right.
Like a Muppet?
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the whole thing. It's like, okay, now she cares, and she's had a change of fart.
Make the money.
Get that bag, brother. You know.
Yeah.
Linney and Father Moore visit Emily's grave. He can't return to the parish. I was really hoping for a hand to come firing up out of the grave, man. I was like, let's go.
We're not the kind of movie.
We were zoomed in on the headstone, and I was hoping for a corpse hand to pop out, and I would have gone 5 stars. Absolute cinema.
Emily Rose will return.
Yeah.
I do love the inscription, though. And, like, how poignant it was when you consider how devout she was, that it was, and they managed to get the accent in there where it was, tough times do not last, but tough people do.
Oh yeah. Linney goes to sleep, And there are some words. After the conviction, Father Moore didn't appeal, and Emily's grave is now a shrine to Catholics or something like that.
Yeah.
Should we go to Letterboxd, fellas?
Yes, we should.
This, I remember it being better, and I think it hits a high point with the barn, and then it kind of like teeters out. I would say 3.5.
Oh, I was gonna go even lower. I was gonna go 3.
I was gonna hit you 3. Yeah.
Okay, 3. Sure.
I think that the movie's too long.
It's too long.
It's too long. Cut out Dr. Cartwright's death.
Yes.
Even, and just be like, sorry, he ran away to Cuba.
Yeah, or like kill him in a spookier way.
In his sleep.
Peacefully.
From pulmonary embolism. That's the scariest way you can go.
As hell,
oh no!
So like, fix that, but also like take out the like. I'm waking up at 3 a.m. Oh no! Like get. That didn't do anything.
But Andy, that's how they mock the Trinity. Because it's 3 a.m. Andy, that gets mocked enough.
Could you imagine?
Doesn't it?
When they're like, tell me your names. D's. What do you mean D's? A movie without Dr. Cartwright being focused on so much. Like, we get the tape. Or Father Moore still has the tape, and that's how we hear it. Get rid of Laura Linney's hauntings, and start the movie where instead of us meeting her as the hotshot who just got this criminal off, have us meet her after she finds out, oh my god, I got this guy off, and now he's killed again. And have her start there, where she's already in a place of doubt and her confidence is shaken. That would have picked up the pace way more. Yeah. Because we stop a lot of the movie by going back to Laura Linney's stuff. I think you can still give her a good character arc and make us take her side. Because if she did not change at all from the beginning of the movie, I don't think that you would leave this movie on her side at all, or rooting for her to be able to get Father Moore off at all. But it's because we see that she's trying to better herself. You know, even without the hauntings, I don't think you even need that. I think it's just the court case itself.
Yeah, you know what? Let's get the haunting out of it altogether.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what? Better yet, let's focus on a different trial.
No, Robbie, I think you went too far.
The Exorcism of O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, follow us on Letterboxd at TheRoydsBand. We gave it 3 stars. And I wrote more like The Exorcism of Emily's Toes, parentheses, from my mouth, as the review.
That's really good. Oh boy. Well,
John, do you have a Letterboxd?
I don't.
That's probably for the better.
I think that there is a better movie in here if, they change some stuff. And like, I don't know. I think there's a really good movie in here, but this is an okay movie.
Yeah, it's okay. I think it gets like nostalgia bump because of having seen it in theaters and because I was so insufferable as,
Same.
It was like on constant rotation for a few years. Like this, The Crow, and Donnie Darko, I think were like 3 of the movies that I was constantly watching being like,
those are some high school movies,
also,
dude.
Yeah, right.
Donnie Darko.
Really sad clown. Yes, exactly. The Exorcism of Donnie Darko.
Should we play our songs?
I wrote a song.
All 3 of them at the same time.
Nope.
Yes.
And go.
Like all 6 voices.
Yes.
Well, no, my song has 6 voices on it. I got 5 guests. That's not true. I lied. I lied.
I guessed it. I got Belial on mine.
Jeez.
Yeah, and the one who was with Judas.
That's gonna sound awful, I bet.
Yeah, dude, they're just screaming.
Guys, I have a wheel of names.
What am I doing here?
What's going on?
It's really hot in here.
Yeah. Robbie, spin that.
I just did. Okay, you can't
That's
stop
crazy.
it now. It's already spinning. It's already spinning. It's already spinning, and the person it's gonna end up on is me.
Robbie, play us your song, please. Tell us a little bit about it first.
All right. First of all, don't you tell me what to do.
Okay, I'm sorry.
My song is called Emily, and it is, in fact, about the exorcism of Emily Rose. I wasn't expecting it to be a courtroom drama, so that's a lot of what my song is based on. I also just listened the audiobook of the biography of John Entwistle, so I just wanted to play bass, so I wrote it on the bass. That's it.
Cool.
The song is called Emily.
Robbie, I know you just told me not to tell you what to do, but if you could just play your song.
No.
Damn it. I am interested to hear.
Well, I'm refusing.
It's a shame that we won't.
My song is called Emily, and it goes very much like this.
All rise. The Honorable Judge Brewster presiding. Furthermore, you are charged with negligent homicide. How do you plead? Not guilty, Your Honor. The prosecution has prepared their opening statements. You may begin.
Emily left to the father's care. I don't know what happened over there. All I know it is homicide. Emily Rose died. Emily was nothing but sick, and the doctors could have treated it. Father got into the family's mind. Emily Rose died. Was she haunted? Was she sickly? Is the father guilty?
The defense is holding off on their opening statement, as is their privilege. It is now time for the prosecution to call their first witness. We call Dr. Edith Vogel to the stand.
Emily had gone and met a boy. She couldn't dance, she was robbed of so much joy. Emily had people by her side, and yet she still died. Emily's mind started to break when she caught a bout of the shakes. She stopped taking the pills the doc prescribed. Emily Rose died. Was she haunted? Was she sickly? Is the father guilty?
Well, all rise. Court is back in session, and it is time for the defense to give their opening statement.
She still wouldn't be here today, even if the doctors had their say. We never said nothing was wrong, we just treated it a different way. I'm just raising questions, asking about possession. I'd like to know the meaning. Possession by a demon. Was she haunted? Was she sickly? Is the father guilty?
Well, now the defense would like to call their expert witness to the stand to tell us all about the scientific study of possession. Proceed.
You might think it's silly or treat it willy-nilly. Open up your mind, it's been through cultures and all time. Expert thought to give, she was hypersensitive. Possession from a demon, she knows what she's feeling. Was she haunted? Was she sickly? Is the father guilty?
On one count.
Guilty.
Negligent homicide.
Guilty.
All recommendation.
Guilty.
Time served. Let him go.
Guilty.
That was my song called Emily.
That was really good, dude.
Thanks.
I like that a lot. I like that a
Yeah.
lot. The bass line was awesome.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I
I
have
also
a
like-
blister.
I got blisters on my fingers. I also like that your vocals kind of follow the guitar. I really like that because my song happens to do a similar thing.
I could not figure out a melody to sing over that. I was like trying, and everything was just clashing because it's just a lot going on.
Yeah.
So I was like,
100%.
That line is very melodic, so it makes sense to follow it. You know. It's good.
Yeah. And then I started on the organ. I did whatever it's called, whatever the scale is, and it started sounding like those levels in Mario when you're in the desert. And I just kept it. Whoop! I really liked it. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah. But yeah, just a courtroom. I really liked that it was just, hey, we're a courtroom drama, so that's what we're focusing on.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I like it. I liked the very theatrical. I liked it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys ready for me to spin that wheel?
Please and thank you, Rob.
Spin that
wheel. I tried to do like a weird harmony or something. I don't know.
Wheel.
It's me.
Yidna.
Robbie, that's me.
Oh my God!
Oh,
he's speaking in
Andy.
tongues.
And oh no!
Oh no, the
That's
Exorcism
how it
of
starts.
Robbie Rose. So, I also went a relatively theatrical route. My song is called "Speak Your Name," and it's about pretty much just the barn scene, just the exorcism itself, because that scene really made me feel something. It's called Speak Your Name, and it's 2 parts that are, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You can just play it. It's called Speak Your Name. It goes like this. State your name, demon. Speak your name, so I may cast you out. So I may cast you out of this creature of God. Your name, demon. Speak your name, so that I may cast you out. So I may cast you out of this creature of God. Your name, demon. Speak your name, so I may cast you out. So I may cast you out in the name of the Lord. 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am the one who dwells inside. I am the one who dwells inside. The girl is gone, she is with me. With us her soul will be unclean. State your name, demon. Speak your name. So I may cast you out. So I may cast you out of this creature of God. Your name, demon. Speak your name. So I may cast you out. So I may cast you out of this creature of God. Your name, demon. Speak your name. So I may cast you out. So I may cast you out in the name of the Lord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, my song. Speak Your Name.
Bravo. Oof, done.
Rock and roll. I'm bleeding from the ears. I'm possessed.
Bravo.
Oh, no.
Andy. You out-metaled the metal guy. Drastically out-metaled the metal guy. That was awesome. You're a sampling boy.
I am.
Your samples in there.
I learned from you. I ripped it from the YouTube.
Yeah.
Because that whole scene's on YouTube.
Yep.
And at first, I was gonna try and do, because I'm going for a theatrical thing. The 4/4 acoustic thing is the priest, obviously, and then the spooky 6/8. I figure I gotta go to 6/8 because she's counting to 6. Like, you gotta do it.
Yeah.
So, and plus the tritone, the devil's note.
Yeah.
So like, did that, and then I was like, well, let's just do like the possession itself.
Yeah.
At the end. So like, dude, I did the whole instrumental thing, and then I was like, I was gonna like sing the exorcism, or like what she says, like I here are my 6 names. I'm Steve. I'm Joseph. I'm Franklin. But then I don't know. I was like, I'm not gonna do it any better than her.
Yeah.
So I just figured I'd rip the audio.
Have confidence in yourself, Andy.
I don't know, man. I don't think I could do that.
Dude, I wanted to rip stuff from that scene too. I'm glad I didn't. Cuz it wouldn't have matched up. The switching to the 6/8 and like having it build that way was really awesome. And the melody also, like, following that same sort of thing that you were doing with the guitars was great. But the samples came in, like, with the panning and everything too, sounded great.
Thank you. I
like that a
appreciate
lot.
that. Yeah, I had fun. Took me all day.
You did that all in one day?
Did it all in one day. Yeah.
Writing, recording, everything?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's usually how I got to do it when
I
it's
love
fresh.
that. Yeah,
Or
yeah.
else I forget it. And well, there's only one song left.
I'll spin that wheel.
Whose is it?
I don't. I think you're both kind of dumb.
And I think you're kind of rude.
I think it's
That's
Mark.
true.
It is Mark.
Everybody,
yeah.
welcome Mark.
John, you're up. Tell us about your song.
Sick. My song is called One with the Six. I so badly wanted to write a really like metal track, but I've had this song, the working title was Moth, and I've had it laying in my DAW for years now. I think I recorded this on my iPad and like transferred all the files onto my laptop. But I think I wrote it like around COVID time. So this was all recorded on that
Around hoax time?
Dot. Yes, yeah. I recorded this all on that Epiphone Dot that I painted with like the rib cage on it.
Okay.
The one that I cracked the headstock off of because that guitar was like $108 brand new. So I did like the dual bass thing that I do now, where I kind of split my bass tracks into and have like the clean lows and the distorted highs. That was like my first time experimenting with that. I got to experiment with like more of a post-punk sort of like goth rock type of thing, with some piano and some cool keyboards. And then I was like, yeah, let me go back and throw some lyrics over this. And I kind of like, I wrote it based off of my memory of the movie. And then I rewatched the movie and I was like, oh, I could have tweaked these a little bit. Yeah, but I think it turned out pretty cool. So here's my song.
has now become a cage. Face this test of fate. These wounds won't take away my wings. I'm one with the six inside. They will heal me. I'm one with the six inside. They will free me. Precious child, your body has become a cage. I face this test of fate. How can he watch and stand aside? She's one with the six inside. They have damned her soul. Six inside. She's one with the six inside. I'm one with the six inside. They will heal me. She's one with the six inside. They have damned her soul.
And that was my song. I did a similar thing to Rob where it was like, okay, this is a really dense arrangement. So I didn't want to have something too, deviating too much from like what those clean guitars were doing on that higher part. And there was a part where like it kind of opens up towards the end, and I didn't know what to write over that part, so I just kind of left it blank just to like let that part breathe, and for it to bloom out a little bit more. But yeah, that was like my first attempt at writing like a goth rock song, like a Cure type of thing.
Yeah, no, it definitely got that vibe from it.
Yeah.
It was cool. Yeah. I liked it.
Thank you.
Sounded very 80s.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Very cool.
I doubled the low vocals and then threw a third, the higher octave in there. I'm like listening back now, I kind of wish I would have put the higher octave in the forefront and doubled that and then had the lower octave to layer it, but I don't know. I thought it came out pretty cool. I might rework it again or even like re-record it, because again, this was all recorded off of a tiny little like portable interface onto an iPad, like an old iPad. So it would be cool to kind of see, like, you know, with the stuff that I've learned like since hoax times. I'm sorry.
There you go. Very good.
In regards to like recording and mixing and everything, to see how I could like spice it up a little bit more, maybe. But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Very cool.
Yeah, I
Look
liked
at
it
us.
a lot.
3 song boys.
3 boys writing songs about Emily Rose.
John, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Do
Glad
us
I
a
got to be
favor.
here again.
Promote all your shit.
You got it. So you can find me on Instagram at Jon Von Frankenstein. You can follow the Scrap Metal Podcast over on Instagram and TikTok as well at Scrap Metal Pod. We are on YouTube as well. Real quick, I'm no longer with the Scared for Your Life Film Festival, but I am still rooting them on. That festival is going to be coming up towards December, actually. So we'll have a little bit more time, where we used to run it like around Halloween time. So definitely keep an eye out for that if you're on the island. It's going to be a bunch of international horror films, independent films, so spooky stuff for the season.
Nothing scarier than something not made in America.
And you can also find the Hauntsville Cryptcast. We are like plugging away, doing trying to be a little bit more active out there. So yeah, if you've never checked out Hauntsville, it's a horror podcast with friends of mine that I used to run the Scared for Your Life Film Festival with, Anthony and Anna. And also, real quick, Scrap Metal's coming up on 100 episodes, so we're planning something really big for that.
Nice.
So keep an eye out for that 100th episode.
Looking forward to it.
I'm psyched.
Andy.
We're talking about maybe doing it in person, so.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Andy, what do we have going on next week?
Next week, I believe, is it Scream 4 or was that last week?
That's interesting, Andy. That's interesting. Last week was Scream 4.
So this week is Return of the Living Dead?
It is Return of the Living Dead. Return of the Living Fred. Yeah, it's the Weasley family after Fred comes back as a zombie.
Wow.
Right? Fred's the one who dies, right?
I don't remember.
Spoiler alert.
All I remember is reading that the mom screams the word bitch.
Whoa.
Yeah, when I was reading, and I said, my virgin eyes.
Very good, very good.
Robbie, should we tell the listeners that I might not be on next week due to my child? Or
I think it'd be a pleasant surprise for them.
That's very rude. I mean, you could choose to cut that out if you want.
I think it's funny now that I said that.
That's true. Now you got to keep it in.
Well, as long as I make it funny, it's okay.
My wife and I are expecting a child.
Woo!
A baby boy.
Nice.
So I might be busy. But let me tell you where you can find the music. Okay? You go to Apple Music. Okay? You go to Deezer. You go to Spotify. And let me tell you what. You you search The Royds and you'll find a bunch of songs, including collections of podcast songs, but also studio recordings that we have done. If you want everything, you go to TheRoyds.bandcamp.com. You'll find everything there, including guest songs, bonus songs like John's song, and other guest songs. Now, if you want everything as well, you go to the YouTube. Robbie, could you tell us a little more about that, please?
You go to YouTube, you go to Instagram, you go to TikTok, you go to Reddit, you type in TheRoydsBand, there we are, there we be, click the link, and you'll see us. Isn't that cool? You can send us an email at roydsreview@gmail.com. Click the link in the subject below, and request a movie. You could also request a movie via email or on the Reddit. We want to hear from you. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff, and, let us hear from you. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the listeners who have been reaching out to us.
Yes, we appreciate that. Your recommendations, your requests, rather, are on the way.
They are. They are heard, they are bird, and I assure you, they are not turds.
Yes.
Well, the movie might be terrible, but I know your request is not bad.
No, of course not. Any requests, as long as it's not 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
We've already done that. That's a previous episode. Check it out.
Before this podcast...
It's called Forrest Gump.
Whoa. Before this podcast, every song I wrote was about 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
Yeah, I'm glad we stopped. We started doing this podcast.
Yeah.
That got out of hand.
Yeah, it sure did.
You had a whole album called I Want to Taste It.
We'll see his lady.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.